Hello students, today I will be starting with my online classes. The part I will be dealing is organic chemistry. Organic chemistry, the part today I will be teaching you is amines. The chapter amines will be taught today in the class. So you have already seen the links of organic chemistry chapters, earlier chapters such as haloalkenes and haloarenes, alcohols, phenols and ethers, aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acid. So the next chapter after this will be amines. Predominantly, you'll have to remember what is organic chemistry. Organic chemistry mainly deals with the compounds, the study of compounds which contain carbon atoms. It contains nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur, the atoms also, but majority of the atoms that are present in the compound of organic chemistry will be carbon atom. This is to be remembered. So let me start with today's chapter, that is amines. So introductory part of amines will be started. Now looking at the word amine, I first remember ammonia. You have heard about ammonia in chemistry, right? What is the formula there? I know the formula for ammonia is NH3. These both are related. Ammonia and amine both are related. How they are related now? So ammonia and amines are related because amine is the derivative of ammonia. So what is this derivative? To find this derivative, what we'll be doing is amine is obtained by replacing these hydrogens of ammonia. So it is visible that ammonia has 3 hydrogens. So I can replace one hydrogen, or I can replace both the hydrogen, or I can replace all the 3 hydrogens to get amine. So look what I am doing. First I'll try replacing one hydrogen. If I replace one hydrogen, so what is left now? NH3 minus H will be what? NH2. Now I will be removing 2 hydrogens from NH3 now. So if NH3, I am going to remove 2 hydrogens. So what I will be getting now? I will be getting NH, right? So next, I have 3 hydrogens, right? So I can also remove all the 3 hydrogens. So what is left now? Only N is left with 3 empty spaces. What is the empty space here? 1 empty space. Here I have how many empty spaces? I have 2 empty spaces. Here I have 3 empty spaces. These empty spaces in amines are replaced by alkyl or aryl group. So what is an alkyl group? Alkyl groups are aliphatic system. We have learnt about this. So it may be a methyl group or it may be an ethyl group, or so far propyl butyl can be taken. So here I can fill this empty space by methyl, ethyl, propyl, butyl. Any alkyl group can be taken. Or I can use aryl group. What is an aryl group now? Any aromatic system. So in particular, when I hear the word aromatic, I remember what? Benzene. So these empty spaces can also be filled by any benzene ring. So that type of compound is called an amine. So what happens if I write CH3NH2? We have learned here that the functional group for amine is what? It can be NH2. The functional group for amine can be NH2. It can be NH, or it can be only N, where 3 spaces are empty. So now I am going to replace these hydrogens. I can replace these hydrogens by what? Alkyl or aryl group. So what I have replaced it? CH3NH2. One hydrogen is replaced by an alkyl group. For example, methyl is taken. So I have also told aryl group can be taken. So I'll take the next one. So what I'll do? I'll take a benzene ring, replace it, NH. So the another empty space, I'll fill it with CH3. So this is also an example for amine. In general, if I have to replace or represent amine, so how I'll be representing amine is, I'll be writing it as RNH2. So the definition of amine is the derivative of ammonia. How is it obtained? It is obtained by replacing 1, 2 or all the 3 hydrogens of ammonia. By whom am I going to replace it? I am going to replace it by alkyl or aryl group. So this is all about the definition of amine. So I hope you all are understanding the functional group of amine will be, it can be NH2, it can be NH, or it can be only N. Stop. Next, moving on to the next part of amines. So the next part will be about classification. Amines will be classified in different order. So the first classification depends upon based on number of hydrogen atoms. In the amine, how many number of hydrogen atoms are replaced? Depending on that, I have three classification. It may be first one which I have written primary amine, the next one will be secondary amine, the third will be tertiary amine. Very easy to understand. So what I have said, number of hydrogens, how many we are going to replace, that will be called as base of number of hydrogen atoms. So let me start with the primary amine. I can write primary amine as RNH2. So it means that in primary amines, one hydrogen is replaced. If one hydrogen is replaced by an alkyl or aryl group, then such type of amines are called as primary amine. So if it is replaced by one hydrogen is replaced by alkyl or aryl group, then I am going to call it to be what? Primary amine. So remember, for primary amine, you will be compulsorily finding this as the functional group, that is NH2. This empty space, that is the one empty space, may be filled by an alkyl group or an aryl group. For example, CH3NH2 is an example for primary amine. How do you understand this? Because I have NH2, that is one hydrogen is replaced by an alkyl group. The another example taken for primary amine can be C6H5NH2. So tell me, of ammonia, how many hydrogens are replaced? Ammonia is NH3. One hydrogen is replaced by an aryl group. So the functional group is NH2 now. So this is an example for what? Primary amine. So you'll have to remember, primary amines are those in which ammonia's one hydrogen is replaced by alkyl group or an aryl group. The functional group for primary amines will be NH2. Compulsorily you will be finding NH2 in this. Yes, is this understood? So completed with the primary amine, the next classification is what? Secondary amine. Primary is understood. One hydrogen is going to be replaced of NH3. Now secondary amine, you may already have got the idea. Here I am going to replace two hydrogens from ammonia. So what it will be? NH. So I am going to write NH here. So from ammonia, I am going to remove two hydrogens for secondary amine. Whereas for primary amine, from ammonia I am going to remove one hydrogen and replace it by alkyl or aryl group. The definition remains the same, but here one is replaced by two. So in ammonia, if two hydrogens are replaced by alkyl or aryl group, I call it to be what? Secondary amine. The functional group here will be NH. The functional group here will be NH. For example, see, first let me write N and H. So I have two empty spaces now. So these empty spaces I will replace it by two different alkyl groups, C2H5, CH3. This is methyl, whereas this one is ethyl. So I can do the same thing. I can replace the two hydrogens by the same alkyl group also. These both are the example for secondary amine. So another example let me give. See what have I done here? NH. This represents what? It is secondary amine. So what am I replacing it with? One benzene ring have taken, another have taken an alkyl group. Methyl phenyl group is taken. This is also an example for secondary amine. Whenever they have asked you to find which among these is secondary amine, always look for this NH. If they have asked you to find primary amine, always look for what? NH2. Hope you have understood this. Next, starting with tertiary amine. I have completed primary amine, I have completed secondary amine. Next, moving to tertiary amine. This is also understood now. What you will be doing in tertiary amine? You will be replacing all the three hydrogens from ammonia. From ammonia, going to remove all the three hydrogens. So what will be left now? Only N will be left with three empty spaces, and these three empty spaces can be replaced by alkyl or aryl group. So the example, how I can write the example now? I can replace or fill all these three empty spaces with same functional group. I can do all this with same functional group, or I can do it in this manner. All the functional groups are taken C2H5, CH3, CH3, N. So whenever they have asked you to find for tertiary amine, what you will be looking for? Be finding only N. If you find only N and all the empty spaces filled by either alkyl or aryl group, then I will be calling it to be what? Tertiary amine. Let me also show you it with aryl group. So I take N. One side let me write CH3. Another side let me write the benzene ring. Or I can also do it in this manner. So these two empty spaces can also be filled by benzene rings and one methyl group. So these all are the examples for tertiary amine. So we have completed with the first type of classification, which was depending on number of hydrogen atoms replaced. So if I take NH3 and replace it by one hydrogen is replaced by either alkyl or aryl group, then I will be calling it to be what? Primary amine. If from ammonia, if I am removing both the hydrogens and I am going to replace it by either alkyl or aryl group, I will be calling it to be what? Secondary amine. So if from ammonia, if I remove all the three hydrogens and replace it by alkyl or aryl group, I will be calling it as what? Tertiary amine. So let us move to the next classification based on nature of group attached. So the N atom is present in ammonia. So which type of group is attached? Depending on that, the next classification depends. I have two types of classification here. Aliphatic amine. The first one will be aliphatic amine. The next one will be aromatic amine. We have already learned what is aliphatic and aromatic in your first PUC. So aliphatic, here I will be having long chain carbon atoms. No benzene ring will be allowed here. So whereas aromatic amines will compulsorily have benzene ring. Here these amines are devoid of what? Benzene ring. I should not have any benzene ring in this type of amines. So see what I am writing here. I take primary amines functional group NH2 is taken. I will replace it one hydrogen by CH3NH2. This is an example for aliphatic amine. I can take the secondary amine now. NH is the secondary amines functional group. Alright, CH3, CH3. This is also an example for aliphatic amine. So tell me whether this is an aliphatic amine. No, this is not an aliphatic amine because it consists benzene ring. If it consists benzene ring, this goes into the second classification, that is aromatic amine. The criteria for aliphatic amine is what? The N of your ammonia or N of your amine should compulsorily be attached to an aliphatic system. Aliphatic system, I am repeating, should be a long chain carbon atoms, should not have any benzene ring. Then only I call it to be what? Aliphatic amine. The second type among this will be aromatic amine. Aliphatic is already understood. No benzene ring should be allowed. Now aromatic amine, compulsorily I should have a benzene ring. So I can write one example here. Benzene NH2. Common example for aromatic amine. Common name for this one is aniline. The common name for benzene attached to NH2 is what? Aniline. So aromatic amine, further it has two classifications. First one only aryl amine. So in aromatic amines, I have again two classifications. Aryl amine, another one is alkyl amine. So aromatic amine is known. Amine should compulsorily have a benzene ring. Now in that I have two classifications. Aryl amine or alkyl amine. So what is this aryl amine will be learned now. Amine, I have said I have two types, aryl amine or alkyl amine. So let me first tell you what is aryl amine. In this, the amine group is only attached to benzene ring. No other group should be taken. So examples here can be, the first one aniline can be an example for completely it is an aryl amine because NH2 is attached only to benzene ring. Or this is also an example for aryl amine. Why say? Because I have only aryl groups attached to your N atom. Or I can replace all your hydrogens by benzene ring only. NC6H5, NC6H5 and NC6H5. You'll have to remember this benzene ring, that is which I have attached, is also written in the formula of C6H5. This also means that it is an benzene ring. Next we'll move on with our alkyl amine. So next moving on to our alkyl amine. So what is this our alkyl amine? I have two words written. Is written, alkyl is written. Here stands for aromatic ring. Alkyl means it is an CH3C2H5 group. So it means that NH2 group has both aryl and alkyl group. If NH2 is attached both to a benzene ring and also to an alkyl group, then I call it to be what? So our alkyl amine, stands for aromatic, alkyl stands for any alkyl group. If NH2 is attached both to an benzene ring as well as an alkyl group, then such type of group is called as what? Alkyl amine. Since it will be having a benzene ring, it is classified under what? Aromatic amine. So which type of this is? See, I write a benzene ring first. Then let me write CH2 group. It is a benzene ring. This is an alkyl aliphatic system. And then I attach NH2 to this. Such type of examples come under what? Alkyl amine. Benzene aromatic ring. Alkyl CH2 is present. NH2. So such type of examples come under what? Alkyl amine. Main classification is what? Aromatic amine. Hydrogen atoms replaced. We have three types of amines: primary amine, secondary amine, and tertiary amine. NH2, one hydrogen if it is replaced, primary amine. Two hydrogens NH if you are having only NH by alkyl or aryl group if it is replaced, then I call it to be what? Secondary amine. Only if N is present and all the three empty spaces are replaced by a alkyl or aryl group, then I call it to be what? Tertiary amine. Next, I had moved to the next classification. Depending on what? It was depending on the nature of group that was attached to a nitrogen atom of ammonia. So first one I had only aliphatic amine. Aliphatic amine does not contain any benzene ring. Next, aromatic amine should compulsorily contain a benzene ring. In that too, I have two types, aryl amine and alkyl amine. Aryl amine, only benzene ring should be attached to N group. And alkyl amine, alkyl aromatic ring also should be present and an alkyl group also should be present. Then I classify it under alkyl amine. The main classification is aromatic amine. So next I'll start with the nomenclature. The main part of your first PUC had nomenclature, organic chemistry. In that you had learned nomenclature. We have two types of nomenclature: common nomenclature, IUPAC nomenclature. So common nomenclature can also be called as what? Trivial nomenclature. And the another one is IUPAC nomenclature. IUPAC is worldwide accepted. It is accepted throughout the world. Throughout the world, anywhere if you go, you can call it to be ethyl amine everywhere. Methane is called methane only. So what is the full form of IUPAC? International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So in this say, first let me start with the trivial nomenclature of amines. So trivial means it is, and commonly how I am going to call amines. So format is there. Always we follow the same format for trivial nomenclature of amines. What is that format? Alkyl amine. It will be always of this format. Alkyl amine. Here alkyl goes on changing depending on which alkyl group is attached. If CH3 is attached, alkyl is replaced by what? Methyl. So it will be what? Methyl amine. If you have C2H5 attached, then what it will become? Ethyl amine. So I hope you are understanding trivial nomenclature format followed for amines, how it will be? Alkyl amine. So I have already told you trivial nomenclature follows the format alkyl amine. Let us solve some examples on that, how to name. So first look what I have written, CH3NH2. I have to write in the format of what? Alkyl amine. So what is the alkyl group here? CH3. CH3 is named as methyl. So it will be named as methyl amine. So look, the name of CH3NH2, that is the common nomenclature for CH3NH2 is what? Methyl amine. So tell me, this is primary, secondary or tertiary amine? So you will have to remember it is primary amine. Next moving on to C2H5NH2. Tell me what it is? C2H5 is an alkyl group. Which alkyl group? Ethyl. Ethyl amine. So the name will be ethyl amine. So look now. I have written CH3N, CH3H. So is this primary, secondary or tertiary? Do I have NH written? It means two hydrogens are replaced by alkyl groups. Then it is an secondary amine. So how many alkyl groups? CH3. Two alkyl groups. Are they same? Yes, they are same. And how many times it is? 2 times. And we know if 2 times, if I have to use it in the nomenclature, I will be using the word di. Since same groups are there, I will be taking the word di. And what is the alkyl groups? Methyl. Dimethyl amine will be the nomenclature here. The common nomenclature, how it will be? Dimethyl amine. Since same groups are present, I have used, that is 2 times it is present, so I have used what? Di. Which group is present? Methyl group is present. Then I will be writing amine. So if I have C2H5 in place of CH3, both sides have C2H5, then what I will be writing? Diethyl amine will be written. Now next see. What is written here? Here only one N is present. C2H5, C2H5, C2H5. All the 3 hydrogens are replaced by the same group C2H5. What is C2H5? Ethyl. Primary, secondary or tertiary amine? Since only have N, all the 3 hydrogen atoms are replaced, then it will be what? Tertiary amine. So which type of name shall I give to this? All the 3 are same, all the 3 alkyl groups are same. So I can use the word tri now. If 3 times, I can use the word tri. So which is the alkyl group? Ethyl. So it will be named as triethyl amine. So the nomenclature for this will be what? Triethyl amine. So this is how we will be naming the amines commonly. Till now what we have learned? N atom was attached to same type of atom. Simple amines those were in which alkyl groups had taken. Both were same. Di could be used, tri could be used depending on the number of times it appeared. Now look what I have written. CH3 and H, C2H5. Yes, it is an secondary amine. Now what you are finding? 2 different groups have attached. One is CH3, another one is ethyl. So I cannot use the word di and all now. Why cannot I use di, tri or anything else? Because these both groups are different. So I cannot make use of di or tri group. So now I have one alkyl group. What is CH3? Methyl. C2H5 is ethyl. So methyl. Then comes ethyl. So how to name this? Alkyl amine, same format I have to use. Methyl, ethyl only it is. So how to name now is, you will be looking for alphabetical system. Alphabetically, who comes first will be written first. So tell me, ethyl comes first or methyl? So it is known that in alphabets, E comes first and then comes my M. So what I will do? First I will write ethyl. Then continue the same with methyl. Ethyl is written, methyl is written. What is left? The functional group is left. What is the functional group? Amine. Ethyl, methyl, amine. So the name will be ethyl, methyl, amine. So whenever you come across such type of compounds in which the alkyl groups are not same, they are different, then what you will be going for? Ethyl, methyl, amine. So you will be looking for alphabetical system. Next example I have written CH3N,